Hi, welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to understand about what are proxies, what is forward proxy and what is reverse proxy. So let's start. What is proxy? Proxy is a machine that sits in between two systems, two services or a user or a system. So it acts like a middleman. And why do we need proxies in general? Because we want to hide or abstract out the complexities either from the client side or from the server side. So let's now understand what is forward proxy. Look at this diagram here. In this diagram, you can see we have one client side, we have a forward proxy this, and internet and web servers. What forward proxy does is, sorry, यहाँ पे cut. So what forward proxy does it abstract or hides out the details of the client side. Any servers over the internet or the untrusted network that are going to receive any request, they are going to receive it through this forward proxy. Now, why do we do that? What's the effect of this and why we need this forward proxy? The first reason is it protects the client's identity. Okay, you can now understand that external network only see the IP address of this forward proxy. A proxy is just a machine, so also it will have an IP address just like normal machines. So this this server side will only see the IP address of this forward proxy. So let's say a forward proxy is installed in an institution and something happens over the website, or let's say we are accessing some Facebook and we are continuously making requests over the Facebook web server, and there is a rate limiter implemented on the Facebook. So what that Facebook will do is it will block the IP address of the forward proxy. It will not block the IP address of the clients. But since all the client machines are going to access internet through this proxy, so they all will be disallowed to use the Facebook web server because they have to go through this forward proxy. And since the IP address of forward proxy is disallowed or blocked, nobody through this forward proxy is going to connect to the web server. Now, what's the advantage of this? Policies. This way, certain educational institute and corporate get access to restrict certain websites. Suppose if you at your workplace, your IT team decides they do not want you to use YouTube. What they does it, they set up a forward proxy and they put up a rule that any request going to the youtube.com should be blocked. That's how the forward proxy is used. I hope it is now clear. Now let's move to the reverse proxy. So now let's understand reverse proxy. Reverse proxy is just exactly the opposite of forward proxy. It abstract out the complexities of these downstream systems, the load balancers, the web server, everything like that. So any request that goes through the reverse proxy, this is the reverse proxy here. Any request that goes through the reverse proxy here, the clients are only going to be putting a request to the IP address of this reverse proxy. They will not be able to send the direct request to the web server of the application they are trying to access. Now, what's the advantage of this? First, the most useful use case of this reverse proxy is load balancers. So we set up a load balancers as a reverse proxy. The clients here, they do not know which server to hit to get the response from the web server. So we set up a load balancer as reverse proxy, and in that we are hitting at the IP address of the load balancer. Now it's the responsibility of the load balancer to actually send the request to the desired web server. So we are kind of hiding the complexities of our downstream system, because now only the load balancer will have the configuration and it will know which web server to send the request to. Second most important is that you can also use reverse proxy as an API gateway. So you can just configure the routes. Like if you want to send a request to /auth, if you want to send a request to /get, you can do that, and your reverse proxy will act as an API gateway, and it will send the request to the particular website or the service that you are trying to hit. The most other important advantage of reverse proxy is caching. Now suppose there is a website that a client is accessing very frequently. What it means is that the client have to go to web server each time, to the original web server. The request have to be sent to the original web server. So we put a reverse proxy here, and this reverse proxy caches that website, caches that data. So if a client makes a request over the reverse proxy, it will cache that website and it will redirect it back to the client. It will save some time and it will save the number of requests as well. So I hope you understand the proxies and what is reverse and what is forward proxy. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.